5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, what's up? Welcome to the Rewind. I am not Brian the Grizzly, but I'm here with Anzo Big Ford Entertainment. So if you watch Spoiler Kings, you know Brian's out of here. He's on vacation. Go enjoy some time off, much needed time off.
Absolutely. Enjoy your vacation, brother. And Tank, I want to appreciate you and thank you for doing this with me today.
Oh yeah, man. Anytime. This show is always a fun show. I know when Brian told me about it and then you were telling me about it, I was like, oh, this is like, I think good. It was like talk about some of the news, some of the other stuff like, we didn't get to throughout the rest of the week, some of the new stuff. So
Absolutely.
It's like awesome show.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. And again, thank you again. And you know what? I was thinking, I never told you this, right? But you have the YouTube voice, brother. You know what I mean? You have the voice for YouTube. You may not have the look, but you have the voice for YouTube. Got that very white
voice for radio.
Yeah, you do.
Or face for radio, as they say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Like, was it like fourth grade? I want to say. I think it was fourth grade because I remember my teacher telling me something. Is like he came up to me and this look. He pulled me up and he's like, "You can't whisper." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You can't whisper. Your voice is too deep." And then ever since then, I was like, "Oh, okay." Like I already he helped me for the rest of my life. He's like, "Don't bother whispering because it ain't gonna work." And then that's when I kind of realized I'm like, "Oh, I got a deep voice." I didn't know that, but oh man. But what we got tonight? I'm pretty sure that's Brian already coming in. He goes, "I'm always around." Happy birthday, Tank, with the $5 super chat. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's your birthday?
Yeah, today is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, brother. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Collector Movie Man saying what's up.
What's up? Look at Danny. Of course, Danny.
Oh man. Your chat should pop up, right? In StreamYard?
Yeah.
Okay. It might just take a while.
Yeah.
Actually show up.
Oh, you don't see Danny's there? Because Danny said Kaka Man and Tank. This should be interesting.
Oh, there we go. I had to refresh it.
Oh, happy anniversary, Danny. Nice.
Oh, there you go.
29 years.
29 years, man. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Make sure you do something nice for that woman tonight. You know what I mean? Because I know you're cheap, but go all out, spend some money. You know what I mean? And have some fun.
Nice dinner. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. But hey, congrats to 29 years, man. That is a long time, bro.
Absolutely.
Congrats at that. Oh, also, I know Brian always says like Saturday morning bowl of cereal. So I wound up getting my Saturday morning Nickelodeon coffee mug.
Nice.
With all the cartoon characters. So
that's right, guys. Get your pancakes, get your waffles, get your breakfast cereal, whatever you like to eat, and enjoy the show with me and Tank today.
Yep. Brian said it's so weird being on this side of the camera. It sucks. Take care of my Rewind partner, Tank. Happy anniversary, Danny. There you go. Another $5 super chat.
Facts.
Here. Wait, I gotta play something for Brian. See if I can find it. Where the hell is
it?
Oh, I don't have it on here. My bad. Because we're on the Rewind, so we don't have it. Any of the goodies.
We'll definitely add that to the show.
Yeah, we
definitely
get that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But appreciate that, Collector, with a 199 super chat. Happy birthday, Tank. I hope you have an awesome day. Yep.
For real.
Having a good day. The cape will be flapping.
That's right, Danny.
Yeah, got the waffles, got some coffee. There you go.
Danny's funny.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, we want to get right into it. We got a bunch of cool news. A lot of Marvel stuff, some Star Wars stuff. We'll jump into it. Yep.
Let's do it.
I got the first one, right?
Yeah.
All right, bring it up. Oh, I forgot to do the transition, right?
It's okay. It's okay.
On mine, I have so much here. I'll do it so we can cut it up properly.
There we go. Thanks to
There we
Rookie
go.
today, guys. Don't worry about it.
I
We
know.
got it. We got time.
I'm used to having like my setup and everything like that. So this is you and Brian's like your guys' setup. But yeah, so we'll start off with some news coming from the Spider-Man universe. That Sony's reportedly trying to sell Spider-Man the rights back to Marvel, and it'll bring Tom Holland to the MCU. But it comes at a horrible cost, according to the article. Yeah, damn. Where is it at? Did you see what the horrible cost was? I didn't see that.
Which one?
Yeah, it said the horrible cost. I was like, was it horrible cost? I was like, yeah, but yeah. Sony,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying that this is my time to shine. Oh, you want me to read the whole thing? Okay.
Yeah.
You have Sony Spider-Man universe, the SSU, which I never heard of, but is at a crossroads. Recent projects such as Kraven the Hunter, Madam Web have failed to live up to the expectations in the backdrop of the success of Venom trilogy. Now, recent reports claim that after years of experimentation, Sony reportedly wants to sell the Spider-Man rights back to Marvel. While this could bring Tom Holland's Spider-Man more firmly into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it comes at a significant creative cost. The MCU's rigid structure might stifle the experimentation that defines Sony's. It says Sony's history with Spider-Man has been marked by daring risk. That's a good way to put it. And innovative storytelling. While the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy and Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man films remain fan favorites, Sony's ambition extended beyond conventional superhero flicks. Spider-Verse proved that animation can push boundaries and redefine superhero storytelling. Further, Tom Hardy's Venom brought an anti-hero edge that resonated with audiences worldwide. Sony's willingness to experiment stood in stark contrast to Marvel Studios' formalic approach. With Spider-Man and Sony as Sony's strongest superhero IP, they push creative limits by building a villain-centric universe. Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, all of it with mixed results. Now, according to Screen Geek, the global giants are considering selling back the entire IP to Marvel. And while fans are bound to welcome the idea of Marvel Studios reclaiming Spider-Man, it raises concern about creative freedom. Marvel's success has relied on consistent formula, interconnected narratives, family-friendly themes, and minimal risk. The release of Kraven the Hunter has reignited conversations about Sony Spider-Man's franchise. Despite its ambitious take on the iconic villain, the film's lukewarm reception adds to the studio struggling with non-Venom spin-offs like Morbius and Madam Web. You got a tweet from My Time to Shine Hello that's kind of confirming that I hear Sony seriously considering selling Spider-Man back to Marvel, which is My Time to Shine is pretty accurate on a lot of these things.
Yeah, I see him get quoted in a lot of.
Oh no, it doesn't finish off. The unconfirmed report suggests Sony abandoned its shared universe plans altogether. Yeah, you want to finish it or?
Yeah, no, we could just talk about it because
that's the last.
I think
My Time to Shine that recent spin-off is unsurprising that Sony could hand its reins back to Marvel. My bad. How does it
I think My Time to Shine has actually been quoted in a couple of videos, so I think it's kind of legit. I know he's a scooper, right? And scoopers sometimes make mistakes, but more or less he's been on point. So, what do you think about? Do you want Sony to sell back to Marvel? Tank, can you hear me? Ooh, it seems like technical difficulties right now. So Brian asked. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Don't
like
worry about
super
it.
laggy.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Brian asked how much. I heard $10 billion. $10 billion to sell Spider-Man back to the MCU. If that's the case,
That's mm,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
mm, my bad. Yeah, I'm like super laggy right now. I might have to stop sharing for a second just so I can talk.
That is
My
absolutely
bad.
fine.
Yeah, because it's just laggy when I share.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 billion is not bad, but they're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it. If it's being offered, Disney's 100% gonna buy it. You know, they figured they bought Fox for it 42, something like the 47.
Hmm.
You know, and that's an entire X-Men universe with all of that. Just Spider-Man alone being one of the most popular characters in all of comics. You know,
Hmm.
10 billion is like, you know, what, a day at Disney World for them. So yeah.
Absolutely. Especially when Spider-Man movies make as much money as they do, right? So I think they can actually afford, well, we know they can afford to buy it. The question is, do you want Sony to sell Spider-Man too? Because they do that, we're going to get the same generic Spider-Man Marvel stuff, right? At least with Sony, you'll get a
Mm.
little like different kind of vibe to some of them, but with Marvel, it's just going to be straight up the same thing. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, part of me is like you run into the Marvel problem. Like what they're saying in the article is like, oh, you give it to Marvel, Marvel's gonna do what they do, you know, Disneyfy it. But also
Hmm.
Sony hasn't showed me anything good. You know, like I'm not a big fan of the Venom stuff. Like the first one was okay, and the second and third one I didn't really care about, and
Agreed.
everything else I didn't really like. So, and you know, so I don't know if I really want them to keep playing around with you know the Spider-Man stuff. You know, so right now the best Spider-Man stuff is from Sony, but it's created by Marvel, like you know, with the Tom Holland kind of stuff. So
Hmm. No,
it's
I
kind of
agree
a
with you.
stuck.
I agree with you
Mm,
100%. I think the Sony stuff that we have been gotten was absolutely trash, but I still, and I say this again, I'll say it all the time. Every time we talk about Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse are the best
mm,
Spider-Man movies. I love them, right? Now, would Marvel be able to have given us that? Probably.
I don't
You
know.
know what I mean? That's the question. So
I don't
it's
know.
a catch 22 because we all want Marvel to have all of their IPs back so that they can do a lot of these storybook book lines. You know what I mean? And if they take
Hmm.
Spider-Man, they get everything, Venom, all of their characters, their villains, and all of that. So, I mean, I'd be cool with that, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess I should be cool with it. I don't think it's a problem
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I mean, like you miss out on Spider-Verse, like you said, and also like something like Daredevil, Deadpool. You know, before Marvel bought it, these
Mhm.
projects are able to happen because the studio was kind of like, yeah, do your project, Ryan Reynolds, yeah, do your animated Spider-Man stuff. No one cares about it, and then it winds up being super popular, and then the studio takes credit for it. You know, where
Mhm.
in Disney stuff like those little side projects that no one cares about, quote unquote, like doesn't really happen. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
you might miss out on, you know, something like the Spider-Verse, something even like, you know, Deadpool, you know,
Yeah.
before it goes to Marvel because they're afraid to get
Do
into
stuff like that. Yeah.
animation, R-rated stuff. So
Mhm.
well, I see
I think
animation. Yeah.
I think with the money that Daredevil made now, I think they're going to be a little bit more as acceptable to doing R-rated stuff, right?
Oh
Because
yeah,
that
yeah,
movie
yeah.
made a lot of money. So it kills the rumor that R-rated superhero movies won't make money. You just got to give us a good one. And I
Mm-hmm.
think they did that with Daredevil. So I kind of
Deadpool.
think that Deadpool, sorry, yeah, thank you.
It's them.
So I kind of think that they could do that, but I'm with you. It's like I don't know if I want them monopolizing everything. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to
Yeah.
get stuff that we might get that's good. Now, we did get Craven, even though Danny liked Craven, but and we got Madam Web, and those were trash.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are
You
not
know,
good. Those are
at
not good.
all.
No.
I
So I
think.
mean, and Morbius. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah,
Dumpster
Morbius
fire.
too. Oh yeah. Hey, listen, Morbius and Madam Web, I think were some of the worst superhero movies we could ever have gotten because they were trash, and we had Eternals. You know what I'm saying? We had Eternals, so
Yeah. At the very least, Eternals looked pretty. Even if like the story was
yeah.
kind of like convoluted, like it looked good.
hmm
But yeah.
hmm And some fight
Um.
scenes at the end were okay, but Madam Web and Morbius had nothing, absolutely nothing.
Oh God. Even the acting was bad.
Horrible. Yeah.
Oh man.
Horrible.
I know a little side rant. There's a scene where what's her name from Mad Web? She's at the barbecue and she
hmm
grabbed a can of soda. Never
hmm
opened it. She went to go she went to open it a few times and then she like pulled. She's like walking around with the
Open. That's
it's like
crazy.
it's funny to watch though. Like especially when you notice it, you start laughing.
hmm
But
Stupid.
yeah, yeah. So I had to look at it quick. So the Spider-Man franchise is estimated to be $28 billion.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
Ooh. If
That's
they
a,
was if
that's a lot.
Yeah, because the number I heard was 10 billion. So if they're selling it for 10 billion and it's estimated at 28, yeah, they're definitely gonna buy that. Like, oh yeah, let's get Spider-Man back
Yeah.
in the fold, That way they can do what they want with him. Because I know a lot of the things that they want to do with Spider-Man, Sony is like, nah, we're not doing that, right? And I think Marvel's Zombies was the perfect example because I think they wanted to make that into some sort of a movie type of thing. And doing Spider-Man ripping off the heads and stuff, they're like, nah, we're not doing that. Like they got a lot of pushback for the Spider-Man stuff, so they had to do it the way they did it. So with them buying Spider-Man back, they don't have to worry about any kind of pushback and can do whatever they want to, you know?
Yeah. And then they could throw them in movies and put them with Deadpool. Oh, you want to talk about a $2 billion movie? Spider-Man and Deadpool. That's
Facts.
game over, man. Game over. Like just
Facts.
write the check. Yeah.
Facts.
So, well, okay.
Facts.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the comments.
Yeah, we get into the comments. See where we leave off. Superman dude. It's slowly tanked. You could do it, man. It's not my internet because my internet is like really really good. It's my computer, and I don't know what it is with my computer. Because I see Danny is like, what kind of ghetto internet?
It's
only when I share stuff, and it's really annoying. It sucks, and every time I think I fixed it, is like nope. So
it's okay.
yeah. So that's why you got Brian's coming in saying Time to Shine Scooper said that the damn 10 billion is a lot. 10 billion is a lot. 28 is a lot because you got to figure they bought the entire X-Men for 40 something and then almost 30 is just Spider-Man. Like, but that's how big Spider-Man is though.
So X-Men was 40 billion?
I think so. I think the Fox I think it was like 46.
So if
never mind, I'm way off.
Okay.
Acquired margin it has 71.
71 billion?
71 billion.
Ooh. Spider-Man's I think a bigger franchise than the X-Men, right? Like money-wise and movies.
Characters.
I got you. Yeah. I got you.
You got it's Wolverine. It's just Wolverine is big, but it's Deadpool. It's all of X-Men. And all the X-Men universe. So that's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
71.3.
Can you imagine that though? I'm not sure how much they sold the rights for, but I can guarantee you that they sold the rights for way less than they had to buy it back.
Oh, 100%.
That's 100%. Crazy. You know what I mean? Because
Marvel, it was before like they were like a studio or anything, and they were selling the comic were selling the rights to make movies, and they were doing it just to stay alive. So they're like, here's buy Spider-Man movie rights, got pennies just to keep surviving, So yeah. And I'm sure DC sitting back looking like we didn't mess up.
We didn't have to do that, and I'm like, if I spent that much money on X-Men, oh, I would have had like 3 X-Men movies out by now. You know what I mean?
Right?
We're like, no, we got to push out an X-Men movie real quick. And
Yeah.
I think they dropped the ball on that. But I think with
Yeah.
the new phases coming up and we get some of the X-Men in the universe, I think it's gonna be good, and I think they're gonna make a lot of money with X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's also Fantastic Four. So from the Fox, we got what, Deadpool and Fantastic Four from the when they bought out Fox. So
yeah. Fantastic Four, I'm thinking probably is a little bit of a disappointment for them with the amount of money that it made. But again, if you go back and you look at phase 1 and you look at all of the, origin movies, they're all roughly around that. They didn't start making $1 billion till Avengers. So it's right on pace.
Yeah. Yeah. Something. Fernando saying what's up.
What's up?
Appreciate it, Fernando. Brian said, I mean, that's like buying an entire sports team for a single IP.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man stuff out. Agreed. It's just it's so good. Story, visuals, the voice acting, everything is just spot on for it. Everything. And then instantly right after that we get Danny. Spider-Verse is not better than the last Spider-Man movie. Mr. Kaka needs to get some vegetables thrown at him.
Listen, I love the No Way Home Spider-Man. No Way Home. I love that movie, but there's issues with that movie. You know what I mean? There's a lot of issues with that movie. I think Doctor Strange does some stupid stuff in that movie, and some of the decisions they make are stupid. But when I think of Across the Spider-Verse and I don't have any issues like that with those movies, and I think that's the only reason why I would probably put them against that Spider-Man movie ahead of it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you had like questionable decisions by smart people, quote unquote, but also at the end it was just nostalgia. They brought back Toby, they brought back Andrew, and that alone was gonna knock it up to like $1 billion. Just that, even if it was a bad movie, and it's not a bad movie. It's a really good movie. But the animated one is just the storytelling behind it. You don't get confused with all the multiverses and stuff like that. Like they explain it and they tell it in a way where it flows like just so smoothly. Where Marvel is really getting crazy with like, well, this is from this universe and there's that, and now we're hiding him. But if he's from this universe, we know he knows who Peter Parker is, but he doesn't know. It was like there's so many questions, so many issues with it. But
agreed. And the things they did in Across the Spider-Verse, like where they showed all those Spider-Mans in the little spider thing, that was fire. And then they were chasing him, and you got the old school Spider-Man swinging from the 80s. That was good. They did a great job on that.
yeah, they did awesome. Fernando said Breakfast, Spoiler Kings, and Bigfoot Productions.
Yeah, Bigfoot, not Bigfoot.
Oh man, I don't think Sony should sell. Yeah, I mean, you can make a good argument for it, for sure.
Because I think if Sony were to like start putting better scripts together, and I don't understand. You see, the thing is, I know a lot of these producers and they know the movie's trash when they're making it. Like they know it. Like it's like, you can hear some of the actors when they talk about it. It's like, oh yeah, I know this isn't gonna work, right? So if you know that, I think it feels like they're just like, oh well, maybe this will get some money or bring money in, and we'll just put it out there, And I think if you're more selective with the scripts, you'll do better. I think that's what Sony's problem is,
Yeah. No, I agree. You can easily turn it around and make an amazing movie.
Agree.
Yeah, easily. Collector said, I've never seen Madam Web or Morbius. That's probably good. I've been tempted to watch Morbius because of Matt Smith, but I keep hearing so many bad things about both movies. Matt Smith does something so cringy in that movie that it's hard to look at him again.
Yeah, you are not missing anything, Collector Movie Man, by not watching those movies. Nothing.
Yeah.
And I paid to see them. I went and seen them in theaters. I gotta be careful with that next time.
Oh man, I wonder how much they bought Star My bad. They bought Star Wars. Still makes me mad that they bought Star Wars. Yeah,
Star Wars was
we're
bought
gonna get
for
into some Star Wars. How much did
Star Wars was bought for $4 billion. It was like $4 billion, and I think George Lucas could have got a lot more than
no
that, right?
that holy
Hmm.
shit? That's like pennies.
Yeah,
That's pennies, man.
yeah, because they pretty much almost made it back with the 3 sequel movies. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
If not, they did, because I think the first one made 2 billion, right? So 2 billion, yeah, they made it back with that. Yeah, no,
That's wild. That's so
hmm,
cheap. We're talking about 70 million. We're talking about like 30 million. Even 10 million was like a low end for Spider-Man.
yeah,
4 for Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here it says that Disney buying Lucasfilm is since then has generated about $12 billion. And I'm assuming that's with
That's
toys and
crazy.
games and stuff like that. Talking about
Mhm.
3 times. Like they already made their money back 3 times.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's so sad.
Yeah,
So sad.
that's crazy.
Yeah, Star Wars did that, pushing movies out really quick. Did y'all see where it got them? That's true. That's true. Yeah, they made the money but lost a large portion of the fan base. Gotta be careful.
Yep.
That's true. I like X-Men more than Avengers. Yeah. Avengers are just like, yeah.
Mhm.
With superhero groups, Avengers is probably like the third one out of
Third one.
Justice League, X-Men, then Avenger.
Facts. And I like
Yeah.
X-Men too, right? And I think X-Men versus an Avenger movie, $2-3 billion if they do
Oh
that
yeah.
right. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? So
Oh
definitely.
yeah. Yeah. Said all 3 Spider-Man. They fighting 5 of their enemies. The pain he felt for losing Aunt Maya. Yeah, but cutting and put on Green Goblin. Man, it doesn't get no better than that. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I,
it's good.
I agree with you, Danny, 100%. I love that movie. I told you
Yeah.
that all the time. Like, I think it's in my top 5, absolutely, of Marvel movies. I love what they did with it. I just not gonna pretend that it's perfect, though. I think
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Verse movies are perfect so far. At least my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 billion.
Yeah.
They did make it back with sequel. Star Wars don't think it's popular globally as Spider-Man, especially with the younger audience. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I mean, they're
I
trying
think
to. Well, it doesn't. It's not. It's as close.
they made a lot of mistakes, right? They made a lot of mistakes. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that they made was not using George Lucas's treatments for the sequels. They didn't have to make
Agreed.
those movies, but they could have used the treatments. They could have said, okay, we'll take this from that. This is good. This is not good. We'll change this and that. And they could have still did his treatments, but did them the way they wanted to do them. And then
Mm-hmm.
after you do that, you give the people that ending to that trilogy, you move on and you go straight and do something else. You know what I mean? And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where they made the mistake.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Man, that's so like right on, because if you make the trilogy that Lucas hadn't planned, make the fans happy, prove that Disney has the capability, and it's in good hands, and then after that, then you can do your own thing, because like you finish the main story and then you start to Disneyfy it, and I think people will be more accepting of Ray if it
Agreed.
wasn't at the cost of Luke.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. I love the X-Men, especially the original movies. They're like classics to me. Okay. I get it. People love
They're
it.
some of them are good, but some of them are really bad. X3 is bad. X3 is
Oh,
bad.
X-Men.
You know, Dark Phoenix, for what it's worth,
Oh,
I personally
yeah.
think it's a little bit underrated. There are some
Uh,
things in that movie that I like, but I can tell it's not good either. You know what I
yeah, yeah.
mean?
I appreciate what they are. I'm not a big fan of them because I was such a big comic book fan. Like
Mhm,
I lost my shit in the first like 20 minutes when Wolverine doesn't know Sabretooth. I
me too.
and I'm like a kid at this point. I'm like, what, in high school or something like that? And I'm like,
Mhm.
what the hell is this shit? I was so
Yeah.
pissed.
And that's why I didn't like Wolverine Origins, because then they made them
Oh,
brothers. It's like, wait, they
yeah,
didn't know each other, but now they're brothers. What is this? Like, no, no.
yeah,
And
yep,
you know what, Tank?
yep.
That's that. I think those are things that they do in movies that are unnecessary, but they ruin the movie. There was no reason to make Wolverine and Sabretooth brothers. They didn't have to do that, right? We already know
Hmm.
that they've worked together before, and I think it's Alpha Force or Alpha Flight, one of the groups. So they
Yeah,
work together, so they know each other. So you could have just done that. You don't need to make them brothers. And I think they do stupid stuff like that in these movies all the time, and
yeah,
it's dumb.
yeah, yeah. They always got to tie in things unnecessarily. So
Hmm.
they say, God, please let the Mandalorian movie be good. I hope
I
so.
want it to be good too.
I
You
hope so.
know, at,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I think we all want good Star Wars. 100%. We all want good Star Wars. Just,
yeah, yeah.
and then when we get to the topic, at the last topic, you guys stay tuned for that one, because it's like we want good Star Wars. Then we get that. And it's like, well, you're still not giving us good Star Wars. So, yeah.
Like, you want good Star Wars? Then they just cram,
This
caca in our
crap
face.
down
Like, here
your
you go.
throat.
Like, I don't want it.
Facts.
Oh man, so, like X-Men 3. I know it's not the best movie, but I enjoy it. I mean, there's
Okay.
some diehards for it. I know.
Mhm.
And then have you seen that with T? Saying greedy gents. Appreciate that, T.
What up?
Coming in, hanging out. Dan said Sith plus Jedi plus Starship battle equals dollar signs. Yep. I don't understand why they don't use the money making formula.
I agree. 100%. But when you're doing Jedi and Sith, you gotta give us better fight scenes than you gave us with the. You give
The
us
sequel.
fight scenes like they did in Acolyte. You give us a fight scene like that lightsaber battle in episode 5, you give us that, and you got us hooked. But they're giving
Mm,
us these trashy Rey and Kylo fight scenes. Then you got the Ahsoka fight scene. It's like you're not putting effort into the fight scenes. And if you do that, you're good. But
yeah. Yeah. I agree. I solely agree with that. What's up? The
what
Antique
up, Anik
Jones.
Jones?
Antique
How you
Jones.
doing,
My bad.
brother? Yeah, Anik
Appreciate
Jones.
it. But cool. Let's jump into to the next topic.
Yes, sir. What I'll do is I'll share the screen. Maybe that'll
Okay.
be a little bit better
Yeah.
for you. Let's
Yeah, so I
see,
don't
share
get all leg
screen.
out. Bro,
All
I'm just
right.
gonna have to like reset my whole computer and just like bring it back to new. Because I
Mm-hmm.
can't figure out what the problem is. It's so annoying. Like I think I got like 8 terabytes of memory, not of storage, like 64 gigs of RAM. Like I'm good, man. Like so I was like, I don't know what's going on. It's
Maybe you
super
just need a
annoying.
good cleanup. Maybe you just need a
I
good
think I
cleanup.
think I think so. Yeah, because I got a lot of crap on this computer. So all right. The transition, we'll move on to our next topic.
Listen.
There we go.
What's up, guys? All right. So the next topic is that Chris Evans is supposed to have a major role in Doomsday. So it says Avengers Doomsday rumors points to a major role for one returning hero and the MCU debut of, and they put spoiler there. So let's get into the topic real quick. While we wait a second cast announcement, assuming Marvel Studios is still planning to make one, a couple of new rumors relating to Avengers Doomsdays are going around online. Though some of this has previously been rumored, potential spoils to follow. Chris Evans' return as Steve Rogers seems like the worst kept secret in Hollywood at the moment, but the actor continues to deny his involvement in the MCU event movie, claiming that he is now happily retired. I mean, it's sad to be away.
Okay.
It's yeah, what's that?
I was just kind of saying,
Oh, I
okay.
got you. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's sad to be away. It's sad to not be back with the brand, but I'm sure they're doing something incredible. And I'm sure it's going to be that much harder when it comes out and you feel like you weren't invited to the party, Evans said in a recent interview. Well, Daniel Richman is now reporting that Evans is definitely in Doomsday and he will play a major role in the story. The scooper also mentions that aside from Evans, the announced cast for the main are the main players in the film. From what we can gather, Rogers will be targeted by Doctor Doom for causing the multiverse inclusion that led to the death of the villain's family. Marvel is believed to be keeping, or attempting to anyway, certain characters under wrap until audience are sitting down to watch the movie. And Richmond claims that one of the multiple cameos will indeed be Ghost Rider. Not sure if it not sure if this will be a Nicolas Cage take or a brand new incarnation of the Spirit of Vengeance, but if the studio is planning to do more with this character down the line, the latter obviously seems more likely. Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars were recently hit with significant delays, with Doomsday now set to arrive in theaters on December 18th, 2026, and Secret Wars positioned for December 17th, 2027. So, what are your thoughts, Tank?
I mean, kind of into that. Like, Chris Evans is in this movie, 100%, 100%. It's like if they're bringing everyone in, and it's not a surprise that they're bringing everyone in. Of course, Captain America is going to be in it, and I wouldn't even be surprised if multiple versions of Captain America is in it, like the normal Steve Rogers that we know, and the older one. Like, so for him to deny it, I was like, come on, like. They brought back RDJ and he's dead. Like, technically, your character's still alive. You know what I mean? Like, you're coming back, bro. Like, stop lying.
Do you think some of these guys regret their decisions to like tie it up, right? Because Robert Downey Jr. is like, okay, after Endgame, he's done. Chris Evans, after Endgame, he's done. They're doing this for like 20 years, right? But they haven't really done anything after these movies.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, it's especially for something like Chris Evans, because like you were doing like rom-coms and spoof movies before you were Captain America. The best thing you were in was like probably Fantastic Four, and that didn't do well. So be like Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth and just be like, I'm gonna do this forever.
Facts.
There's no reason, because you can still do the other stuff, which is the thing I never got. I was like, you can still go do rom-coms, you can still go do other movies, especially with Fox being acquired, and they're gonna start to do other things. So they're gonna not focus so much on the old guy so much. So you're gonna have more time. That's why, like, as soon as like both of them said like we're done, I was like, that's a bad call, because you're gonna come back and then you're gonna look silly, for saying like I'm done, I'm retired. Like, come on. That's
no, I
silly.
agree with you 100%. 100%. They always say, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. And you guys were making crazy amount of money. Your movies were doing good. I think Captain America has the best 3 movies out of any MCU trilogy, pretty much, to me. Well, Spider-Man kind of, but the first 2 Spider-Mans were like meh to me. But I think No Way Home like broke it out the box, like killed it for me. But I think still Captain America has the best three movie trilogy in the whole MCU. Yeah, we want to see Chris Evans as Captain America. Oh yeah, Guardians too. Yeah, Guardians too.
Yeah,
Guardians up there.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I mean, but it's up there. Like, his is he's like, for me, number one. The first Avenger was not the best, but it's whatever. It's early MCU, so I think they were still trying to figure things out. But Civil War was amazing, and then Winter Soldier, like, those are some of the best comic book movies. Like, just not MCU, just comic book movies. They're so good. So, like, people want you back. People want you to be this character, and he's not that old, and the dude walks around pretty fit anyway. So it's not like you have to like get in crazy shape. Like, that's kind of his natural look. So when you work out for a few weeks, and get a little more lean, like, you're good. But yeah. So for me, like, him saying that, I thought was silly. And then it now it proves, like, because once it gets announced, confirmed that he is coming back to the MCU, then the next question is, how much money did you have to like take your word back? Like, I'm done. Here's a bunch of money. Okay, because we already know RDJ is making insane amount of money. So that's what I'm kind of curious to see. Like, how much are they going to offer Chris Evans? Yeah, once the news comes out.
And it's funny too, because we got this Ghost Rider in there too. Do you want to see Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, or would you prefer to see someone new?
Man, I kind of prefer to see somebody new, just because Nicolas Cage. It wouldn't make sense to tie in Nicolas Cage and then find a way to replace him like right away, because he is old, and as much as I like Nicolas Cage, he's not like a great actor. He's a fun actor for sure.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see somebody a little bit more comic book related, instead of the old Ghost Rider kind of stuff. But I'd rather see somebody new, somebody younger.
It's funny because I'm on the fence like you. I'm like, yeah, we need to get someone younger, especially if they plan to do stuff going forward with him. But if they're gonna do like what they did in Deadpool, where it's like, he has a cameo and dies or something like that, you know what I mean? Hey, this is from that universe, and bring him in. I'm like, okay, I could do that. I could deal with that. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't mind if they did either or. And Danny, he made a comment which we'll get to later, but I just see here he's talking about Channing Tatum coming back as Gambit as well. I'm definitely okay with that.
Yeah. But I think it already got confirmed he's going to be less jokey. Like they're going to tone down his accent. From what the rumors are, which you probably should, because that was definitely, it was funny for what it was. But I don't know if I could do that for an hour, man. Because
you know what? It depends. I hope if they tone it down, I hope they just a little bit, because I thought he was. Like when I watched the X-Men cartoons and stuff like that, like he did Gambit. You know what I mean?
Damn, got my Gambit shirt on, and that wasn't even playing.
Nice. And I said to me, like, I was like, yo, because I remember when they talked about him cast as Gambit, I was like, oh hell no, that's not gonna work. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then I seen it, and I was like, oh, he really put his butt into that role, right? So I think he deserves to be. I think he deserves to be Gambit.
Yeah, at least
the best Gambit we got.
Movie. Yeah, he'll probably. I think he's gonna show up, but
that Gambit we got in the X-Men movie was garbage. Do I want him to stay as Gambit? Ooh, that's a good question. I think it depends on how young you go with the X-Men, right? If you go too young with some of them, then no, you can't really have him. But if you're gonna have him as adult and him and Rogue, you put someone good as Rogue and have them have that relationship, I would be okay with it. I would be okay with it.
Yeah. I'll be okay with it. But I saw. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? What T said? Bring back Ghost Rider from Agents of Shield.
Oh
I like that. Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
He was the different take. He was the car version, but it made sense. It worked in the show, and I think that you can easily translate into like the movie. So
100%.
I'd rather see him from Agent of Shield than Quake, because Quake just keeps like, I want to be in it. I want to be in it. I was like, I don't want you to be in it. I'm sorry. Your character's annoying.
I think there were talks with her to come in or something like that.
Yeah,
I know she definitely wants to be in the MCU, but I'm with you. I'd probably prefer a Ghost Rider in there. Definitely.
Yeah. I'll take Mac. Give me Mac.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Well, we already know I want to see Mac as Luke Cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love Chloe Bennett. Yeah. But
let me see this. We'll get into the comments, but Danny wanted us to play this clip real quick. So,
okay.
Not ready. Like, I don't know how.
If you switch the screen, I'll share it real quick.
It's already
cool. So let's watch.
Shared.
We know that Doomsday has officially wrapped.
Yeah, you're just not ready. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you. Like, it's gonna make your brains ooze out of your ears. Like in the way that I knew when Blade walked on screen, like in Deadpool Wolverine, like people were just going to physically lose their actual minds. It's that, but like I don't know, maybe times like 50, because it's going to be one of them things. And just the story, and I can't divulge anything, but as a comic fan, you're just not ready.
We know that Doomsday has officially.
I know
I like
this
that.
guy is so happy to be a part of the MCU. Like, you know what I mean? You can see it on his face, and I'm sure he's like, I want to be in this more. And I would be okay with it. I would 100% be okay with it. Now, one thing I wanted to say, Danny, is that Danny sent a clip, right? And he was asking if it was real, and it was a clip of Doomsday and Thanos. It looked like AI, but when I watched the video, you know which one I'm talking about?
I know which one.
But when I watched the video, they said that Doomsday is supposed to have some kind of thing with Thanos. Not Doomsday, Doctor Doom is supposed to have some kind of thing with Thanos. So I was like, I don't know if it's real, but it's definitely a possibility that it could be something. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a rumor that like was it King Thanos might show up in Doomsday or Secret Wars. You know, I've been hearing that, but like that video is super cool, and it kind of goes off of a comic book. You know, when you get Doomsday and Thanos, and you know, I don't know if there's it's a spoiler for it, but it's a really old comic book at this point. He pretty much like rips his head off, you know, and then like Mortal Kombat style with the spine still attached, like stuff like that. And that's like straight from the comic book, and it just shows how dangerous Doom really is. But yeah, that was an AI generated one. But I watched that one a bunch of times. It looks super cool, and I wouldn't mind if they go a route like that, you know, because they did something like that in Multiverse of Madness, where it was the alternate world where they killed him. Do something like that where you prove, because you had to do that to prove how dangerous Doctor Strange is. Do that again and just use the same clip kind of thing, and just have him rip off Thanos' head. Oh, that might be a little graphic, but yeah.
To prove how dangerous Doctor Doom is. Yeah, I could see that. And I think, and before we move on to the comments and then go on, I'll just say this. I think that's where they messed up with the Hulk, right? Because if you had the Hulk that was supposed to be this brooding, powerful being, and then you get to Endgame and Infinity War, and Thanos whoops Hulk's butt like he did, it's like, oh, now you realize how powerful Thanos is. But because Hulk was so watered down, you still get as, oh, Thanos is powerful, but it's like it was Hulk. Everybody beats Hulk so far, so you know.
Yeah.
But guys, let us know what you think. We'll get into these comments before we move on to the next topic. Go ahead, Tank. Let's do it.
Cool. Have you seen that? T said, if people think Chris Evans isn't coming back, I have some land of Antarctica to sell.
Facts.
Yeah, that's funny. So I would love to see Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider in the movie. I wouldn't hate it, but it just, I don't know. I mean, obviously Nicolas Cage would do it. You know, we're like, hey, you're gonna come in this movie, but we're gonna kill you right away. And he's like, how much do I make? Like, yeah, so.
Exactly. And you are right. He is old. You know what I mean? He's really old. So,
yeah. Like I said, it's very like Channing Tatum. Like, he's not a great actor, but he's a fun actor, and what he does on screen is usually really fun to watch. Same thing with Nicolas Cage. Agreed. It's just Nicolas Cage got to be what, like 60 something now. Like like he's got to be old. You know. So
agreed.
Definitely believe Chris Evans is going to be in there. How can you not do an Avengers movie without him? Yeah.
Have to.
Agreed. What's up? Was that Cousin T?
Cousin T
said that they have to nail Doomsday. All 100%. Yeah. It's kind of, they're at a state where it's like do or die. Like if you mess up an Avengers movie, then you're really, really in a bad place. But
because it's funny, if you mess up Doomsday, what happens with Secret Wars after that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you got to make sure that
double down.
Doomsday. Agreed.
Yeah. I hope, you know, Channing Tatum is right, where people are going to lose their mind. They're not ready for it. I want to believe him. I think he's right. but I have that little bit of doubt.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's Marvel, so it's like, oh yeah, the things that you can do, but will you do it? That's the question. So I agree. I hope he's right too.
Exactly. Did you all see the interview with Channing Tatum? We just watched it. He said the script. He said he didn't understand how they were going to do what he read. He said it's going to be incredible. Yep, just watched it. So, I think at the time they were doing a lot of movies, taking up much of their lives. Yeah. Chris Evans, Captain America will put butts in seats. Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, if you put a trailer out and it's like Captain America and Doomsday like next, or Doctor Doom next to each other, that sold, done. So,
or you could just do a clip where Doomsday takes off his mask and everybody's like, Tony, you know what I mean? Like, that'll be fire.
Yeah. I mean that trailer is gonna sell the movie if they do something like that.
Agreed.
I understand them wanting to end their run, especially on high note of Endgame. Yeah, I mean, I get why an actor would want to do that, but also the franchise isn't going anywhere. So and it makes a lot of money. Yeah.
So what I think happens, and I think it happens even with like TV actors, right? They get into a popular show or movie or whatever, and they have a good run, and it's like, oh, I'm bankable now. So I can easily just, do my last movie with this and go do something else. And then they find out they're not as bankable as they thought they were, and they got to come running back. Just stick until I would stick with Marvel until they don't want me anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're done with you now. But I'm like Hugh Jackman, 20, 30 years, 80 years old, the Wolverine walking around. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, look at Patrick Stewart. The dude has been Professor X since the 90s, and it's still doing it. He's gonna be in this movie. You talking about what, 30 years later? So same thing with Hugh Jackman. Like they at no point have they ever. Hugh Jackman kind of said he don't want he said he doesn't want to do it forever, but he never said he's done doing it, right? Oh no, he said after Logan. I take that back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
After Logan, he said he was done, but then you throw a lot of money at him. Ryan Reynolds is like, here's a blank check.
Like, and they come back. It's always about the money. You give them good money, they come back.
Yeah. But Hugh Jackman was able to do all the X-Men stuff and still do Broadway shows, still do other movies. So it proves that you can do, multiple things at the same time. But
Agreed.
We'll see. There we go. I really need to see the books on this movie. Budget has to be close to over 500 million.
Yeah, budget
just
is
paying everybody,
skyrocketed. Right? Yeah, budget is skyrocketing. But I know Marvel's probably paying the big guys the big bucks, and the rest of them are like, hey, it's a cameo, we'll give you this.
They do the Joker, it's like, here's $1. Everyone fights for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But also I think they know it's not really about the money, is they know they need to save the name, of the MCU, and they know it's going to make, if they put in 500 million, it's going to make like 1.5 million, if they do all these cameos and all this crazy nostalgia stuff. So
agreed.
Collector said, do you guys know that Doom Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday are both coming out the same day? What movie will you see first? One of them's going to move.
Well, Doom will not be on my calendar.
I know. Oh, that's right. That's right. You don't like it.
It'll definitely be Doomsday.
I mean, it'll probably be Doomsday for me as well, but I'm guessing Dune is gonna probably move.
It would have to.
Yeah, because anything going against a Doomsday Avengers movie,
it's not.
They'll probably go 2 months later or like a month early. It's not gonna. Otherwise, they're the dumbest company in the world.
Facts.
Yeah. bring Avengers or Ghost Rider from Agent Shield. Gabriel Luna would be cool. Yeah, I like that. Because he said I don't like him as Gambit. Like, no,
Really?
sir.
Thought he was good.
Yeah.
All right, here goes Danny.
What the fish? Guardian's such a trickle of
Caca? Really, Danny? No, Guardians is good, man. I watched 3 again, and that's still emotional, man. With the rocket stuff, that rocket stuff is really good. It's really good.
Yeah. Like people will like number 2 is like the weakest of the bunch. I like number 2 a lot because I like the whole family aspect of it all. But if I had to rank them, that would probably be at the bottom. But even then, number 1 was great. Number 2, I liked a lot. Number 3 was just amazing. You know, with all the emotional
really
stuff. Man,
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
when Chris Pratt
when he
does the scream, when he does the scream because he thinks Rocket dies, like, oh man, that's so good. It reminds me of the Peacemaker stuff. I can see where James Gunn is getting it. You know, it's good.
Yeah. Yep. All right, collector said, think what are you doing for your birthday? Have you received any good gifts? I'm gonna probably go to the zoo after this. We're gonna pack up the kids and go to the zoo. They have like a Halloween theme going on. So
usually when you have kids,
man. It's birthdays hit different when you're in your 40s.
Yeah, usually when you have kids, it's your birthday, but you're doing stuff with the kids. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely.
Yep. Love Chloe Bennett. Wouldn't mind seeing her. Okay,
I like her too. Yeah.
So the only thing I like about Guardians of the Galaxy is the music. Soundtrack is fire. But that's just James Gunn. That's just James Gunn knows what to do with that.
Agreed.
Yeah. I miss Agent of Shield. The last season wasn't the best, but the first 5 seasons were like really fun.
I think it's so really underrated because a lot of people kind of hate on it. And I think the first season started off really bad, but it gets so much better, bro. So much. So I like Agents of Shield.
Yeah. The last season I thought was just weird. You know, with them trying to do stuff with Coulson again, and it's not the real Coulson and this and that. But even the space stuff I thought was really fun. Like all the cool, it was a fun show. It was a really, really fun show. Like they, you know, once they started moving away from the MCU and started doing its own thing, then it kind of got a little. Yeah,
I agree.
See, I lost my spot. Oh shit! Didn't mean to click that one. Sorry. There we go. Tatum is 45. Okay, that's not too old. No. Not too old. Yeah. You go. Mac was my guy.
Me too.
Mac was awesome.
Me too.
He was awesome.
Mac was my guy. And that's why I don't like these guys hating on Mac being Luke Cage because he's a little light skinned. I'm good with it.
No, he was great as Mac. He was great as Mac. You know, he was definitely like the heart and soul of that show. But I don't know if he could do was it Luke Cage? Ghost Rider motorcycle looks cooler to me than the Robbie Reyes car. Yeah, I mean the motorcycle is so iconic. You know, it's what is Ghost Rider. So,
agreed.
You know, and they're not going to go away from that. You know, they'll definitely do the motorcycle.
I liked the car though. I did.
Would definitely be okay. The car was badass. Like it just looked cool, but it's not what when you think of Ghost Rider, you don't think of a car. Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, I would definitely be okay with Tatum being more in the MCU or being more in the MCU as Gambit. I don't hate it. You know, he looked good. I thought he acted good. You know, who would you want to see if he stays in as Gambit? Who would you want to see as Rogue?
Glad you asked me that. So I was watching Brian, Do not hate me. All right? Do not make me. But I was watching that Eddie Murphy movie with Kiki Palmer, and there's one way where she's standing, and I was like, oh, that's Rogue. So yeah, Kiki Palmer. There you go.
Kiki Palmer. Yeah. I don't hate it. I know, like, like the race swapping is always like an issue. But like Kiki, I like Kiki a lot. And I think it would definitely be fun having her and then Channing Tatum if they were like, you know, Gambit and Rogue. That would be really fun to watch on screen, though.
I agree.
But
be funny. What about you? Who would you like?
Yeah.
Who could you see?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. It's something I never really thought about because it would need to be somebody who has like a good Southern accent. You know, whether or not it would be real or fake, but man, I don't know. I would have to like look at some names and some actresses because I off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Yeah. So I'm hearing Rune King Thor is supposed to be in there. Yep. All the new powers, new suit. They're also saying Loki is going to see Doom come in, and he's going to R and recruit different Avengers to help.
Interesting.
Yeah, I heard that Loki and Doom are going to have like a little spat, at some point early. Loki's going to pull off different Avengers from different timelines and try to head Doom off before he gets too powerful. That's a good storyline. And that'd be interesting. But then that would rely a lot of people, to watch Loki. And I don't know if a lot of people are going to watch a Disney Plus show to watch a movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Although you should watch Loki because Loki was awesome.
I think Loki was good. I think and for me, I think Jonathan Majors comes in and kills it. So,
yeah. Oh yeah. KG61. Yeah, I thought he was older than that, but that's not horrible. You guys hear the rumor that they're going to see Avatar 3 in theater? Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. You said he wasn't doing it anymore as well. Yep, that he did. Have to see Doomsday first, eliminate all spoilers. Yeah. Jackman didn't want to do it because of the strict diet and workout to maintain the Wolverine look. That's why now he's got him in the suit. They put padded muscles in. Yeah, and he's still going to be super fit. So,
agreed.
Yeah. Okay, and then I didn't even see we got a couple of super chats. One from Monzo right here, Big for Entertainment. Happy birthday, homie! Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And then we got another one from Silhouetted Animator. It said Vision Quest is supposedly going to be canonized Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. per rumor. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Does that mean that the monoliths protected Coulson's crew from the snap effects?
I hope they do, because I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. needs to be incorporated into the MCU. I think it's really good. So I think you could do that. I get it that towards the later season, it kind of moved away from what the MCU was doing. But if you do some other multiverse stuff, I think it works.
Yeah. I didn't hear that. That's an interesting rumor. If they find a way to canonize Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm good with that. I like that.
Me too.
Appreciate the $5 super chat. Silhouetted. See. How old are you? How am I? I'm 41. Turned 41 today.
Nice.
I had to think about it for a second.
Nice.
A bunch of happy birthday stuff. Yeah. Man.
I see how you've seen it.
That?
Is that Marvel Zombies? I liked it too. I know a lot of people had issues with it, but I thought it was good. It was good.
The first two episodes were good, and then the last two, I think the third one we had a lot of issues. Obviously, if you really want me to replace Brian, I can go on like a 30-minute rant.
No, we already had that already. We don't need no more of that.
But that last episode, the way it ended was just like, it really had me scratching my head. I was like, what? Like, but the first two episodes were pretty cool.
So real quick, what had you scratching your head? Because I know Brian did too, and I was like, if you really think on it, I think what happened was that Kamala was in Wanda's little hex thing, but Riri kept showing up and was like, it's not real, wake up, trying to wake her up. So one thing I liked is that Riri didn't die. So I thought that was good.
Yeah. I mean, but did she? I mean, because we saw her get bit, but also now you're messing with, the Infinity Gauntlet. So now you're messing with time, so like, is it all these time distortions happening because Wanda doesn't know how to handle it? Like, it's just, I just thought, like, I don't know, it needed like another 2 more episodes to really kind of flesh out some things for me, because I didn't find that as a good ending, where it was like, it was flashing between not happening or it did happen, Wanda won or she tricked her. It was just,
so Wanda tricked her into thinking she was back into, like, everything was back to normal because Wanda said she wanted to, fix everything. But in reality, it was just one of the hexes she was in, like in WandaVision, right? And what I believe I heard was, even though we seen what happened to Riri, I think she created a cure. That's why she didn't turn into a zombie. Because they show her, they show her injecting herself with something in one of the episodes. So I think that's what they were doing. So we'll see.
I like that. There you go. You got T's on your side. He would kill it as Luke Cage. So
facts.
you got one guy voting for Mac as
I got another vote too for Kiki.
For Kiki?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, cousin T.
Well, he said no. He goes, I now don't want to see anyone but Kiki as Rogue. Yeah. If you never seen the pictures of her, she did like a photo shoot cosplay thing where she dresses up as Rogue, and
fire.
Yeah, like it looked good. Like she had the hair, the suit, everything. So yeah,
absolutely.
I'll be good with it. We're talking about some Dune stuff. I think we already talked about that.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Let us know if you want to see this Doomsday stuff, you want to see Kiki, if you want to see Channing Dak. Let us know what you guys think. We are going to go move on to the next topic, and we will do that now.
Cool. My bad. Oh, I forgot. We're sharing. Oh, you want to share your screen still?
Oh yeah, I got it there.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
talk about the Doomsday trailer leak. I have the article up. I can read it right here.
Yeah, you go. This one's you.
So we got some news about the Avengers Doomsday. I think Collector in chat already kind of talked about it a little bit. So this is coming from movieweb.com. And it's saying, while fans have already seen candid peeks of the Avengers Doomsday set, it appears Marvel Studio is planning to release the first footage from the film in theaters later this year. With filming on the crossover even film complete for now, Marvel is reportedly keen on getting the marketing started sooner rather than later. New MCU movie states that fans will be getting an official look at Doomsday later this year. Insider Daniel Rickman is reporting that the first look at Avengers Doomsday will debut exclusively in theaters when Avatar: Fire and Ash release on December 19th. Although it's just a rumor, the timing of the trailer release certainly lines up with Disney's normal operating procedure. The studio loves to attach the first marketing for their temporal blockbuster alongside the biggest releases. In fact, the first trailer for Fire and Ash played exclusively in theaters before Fantastic Four for Steps earlier this year. I forgot about that. That's true. But said as the next Avatar film aims to be the highest grossing film of the year, attaching Doomsday trailer would certainly help its cause. Not that it needs a boost from the MCU, of course, as each installment has grossed over $2 billion worldwide so far. When it comes to the Marvel side of things, it's not shocking that Marvel Studios wants to head a head start on Doomsday, considering how disappointing recent MCU releases have been in the box office. With the casting of Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom still a divisive factor surrounding the project, the studio would be smart to quickly reassure audience that the next film event's moving in the right direction. That the event of the film is moving in the right direction. So recently, it was accidentally I didn't know this. It was accidentally revealed that the main cast of Avengers Doomsday, which features an amalgamation of Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four characters, will be getting new comic book accurate costumes. Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom looks like he pulled straight from the comic books, while the returning X-Men characters from the Fox era also spotted completely new and faithful looks. Meanwhile, it seems most of the main Avengers, like Captain America, Anthony Mackie, and the Fantastic Four will mostly look the same. Meanwhile, the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, donned the new threads they received in the post-credit scenes of the film. And then it says Avengers Doomsday features stacked ensemble casts. Yeah, we can skip that because that's just who everybody is. Yeah.
So it's funny because when the trailer for Fire and Ash dropped, right? I was sitting in the theater and I was on my phone and I looked up and I said, "Oh, they're re-releasing Avatar," and I was like, "Whatever," right? So I went back to my phone and then I happened to look up and I was like, "Wait a minute, who is that?" I was like, "What?" Oh, I was like, "Oh, this is the new Avatar trailer." Okay, and I think. And I love it because I said they need to go back to the old school ways of showing the trailer in the theater first, right? Then you give it to us a week later, a couple days later online. I'd say a week because you haven't people a chance to see it. But I think you need to go back to showing these trailers first in the theaters. I was gonna go see Fire and Ash first day, but now that I know an a Doomsday trailer is gonna be on there, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there even quicker now. So that's one of those movies you go to see and it's like, hey, we're not missing the trailers, okay? We're going to get there early because we're not missing the trailers. What are your thoughts, Tank?
Yeah, man, exactly the same. Because usually, so in AMC in the States, I don't know if how it is in Canada, they have a new thing where they tell you like, hey, you're gonna get about like 30 minutes of trailers before the movie actually starts. So I would come in 30 minutes after the movies technically started, which is all trailers. But not this time. I'm gonna be there before the lights get dark, before anything like that, and be ready, because if that's the first time we see it, and I'm gonna see it like as soon as I can see Avatar, I'm gonna go see it, whether it be like a Wednesday or Thursday or something. So I'm like,
me too.
Must watch. Yeah.
Me too. And it's funny too,
but
right?
It makes sense. I forgot.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's funny too because you go to the theaters, you have your popcorn, and you try not to eat it before the movie starts, right? I'm gonna be eating it while the trailer's playing. Be like, let's do this. So yeah, what are you gonna say?
No, I was like, yeah, I forgot that Avatar played in Fantastic Four. So like, kind of going back to like Marvel and Disney owning everything. It makes sense. They're like, hey, here's our next big movie. We're gonna put it in front of this big movie. It just everybody's gonna go see Avatar because like the article said, it makes billions of dollars. And if you want to hype up the normies, if you want to hype up like just comic book fans, you put it in front of a movie that everyone's gonna see, and hopefully it's a good trailer.
Agreed.
That's the big thing too. But yeah, definitely excited to hear. I mean, obviously they said it's still a rumor, but it makes sense. I mean, I've been hearing from everybody that it's going to be this movie before the movie, or the trailer before the movie.
Which makes sense. Absolutely. Guys, let us know what you think. Are you excited to see this trailer? Are you going to go watch Avatar just to see the trailer? Because I know there's going to be people, I don't know how old you were, but I remember when people found out that Phantom Menace trailer was going to play before a movie, people went to go to that movie, watched the trailer, and then left. They didn't even watch the movie. They left. So are you guys going to go see Avatar for this trailer? Let us know, and we'll get to the super chats in the comments, and then we'll move on.
Yep. Cool. Let's see who we got. I'll do super chats first. We got Danny saying, great show overall. There's a couple of caca takes, I must say. I'm entertained. Luke Cage's actor is great. The Batman is ours. Is awesome. Let's go Batman 2.
Really, Danny? I know you just did that to trigger me. You just wanted
it's right to you.
You know I didn't rant the whole episode, and you're like, let me give Onzo something to rant about, but I'm not gonna play your game today. All right, not doing that.
Yeah. And then real quick, I had to look it up. So it was Meet Joe Black was the movie that played before The Phantom Menace.
Yeah. And they left. People left. They watched the trailer and left. It's crazy.
Yeah. I know my uncle, I think, went to go see it or something like that, and did that, but I didn't. I was 8th grade at the time, I think. So
I didn't either.
Yeah, but that's funny. And then another super chat. Silhouette Animator said, I thought the rule was no soda until the movie starts. Don't want to be excused to the restroom halfway through.
Silhouette,
I guess.
I am 51 years old. Even if I don't drink a soda halfway through that movie, I'm going to the bathroom.
Either way.
Yeah.
That's funny. See, I go to the Dine and Eat AMC by me, so I have like a whole meal before the movie even starts. So, and I gotta admit, like, you would think like movie theater food is like not that good. AMC steps it up, man. They have some like really good food at their dine-in ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
You can get alcohol at your AMC's though.
Yeah.
Can you buy it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have one called
alcohol.
VIP here where you can get alcohol, but not all of them have alcohol. So.
No, mine, the one I usually go to, because it's a dine-in, they have a whole bar section. So that where you can order normal food, and then a bar spot on the side, which is nice. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then comments real quick. Kiki was great in Nope. She was awesome in Nope.
She was
awesome. I don't need a Doomsday trailer to know I'm already gonna go see it. Gonna go see Avatar.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's the one. I'll say this: the trailer looks good, but I think the first two the first two trailers looked good too, right? I didn't like the first one. I thought the second one was a little bit better, but these movies are just like rehashes of other movies that we've seen over and over again. You know what I mean? So I understand people's concern with that.
Yeah. I think you were in our chat saying it was like, you don't go to these movies for the great story, because the great story is not existent. You go because you're just in awe of like the visuals, and I've only seen it in 3D.
Me too. Me too. And the first one was sick in 3D. The 3D was so good in it. Second one was okay, but the first one, I think, and that because it was like they were just bringing 3D back out. It was amazing. It was so good.
The amount of times in that first one where I seen people like swipe at their face because there's the little white floating thing. You saw it was like that was crazy. Yeah,
looked like it was right there. Listen, when I bought the DVD, I bought it in 3D because I had a 3D. I bought it in 3D. Nice. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Thunderbolt so worse than damn. Do you think Avatar have new popcorn bucket? Yeah, 100%. I don't know what it'd be. What if they do a sipper and you have to like sip through the tail, which would be weird.
Well, Brian's on his own if they have a popcorn bucket. I ain't buying another one. Never mind. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Oh man, 30 minutes of trailer. What the heck? No way I'm watching 30 minutes. Yeah. When I get a ticket, it tells you right above like the QR code for the ticket that there's going to be 25 to 30 minutes of trailers before the actual movie starts.
Oh wow!
So yeah. So the start time could be at 7:00, and then you'll have all the info of auditorium and blah blah blah, and then it'll say, trailers are going to be 25 to 30 minutes. So yeah.
I get like 2 or 3 trailers and that's it, but I'm good with that. 25
they go
minutes.
30. Yeah, and they're pretty good at it. Like it's usually right in that range of 25 to 30 minutes, like almost every single time. Because then you have the trailers. Then you got like Nicole Kidman telling you to like go to AMC as we're at an AMC, and then we get like all the other stupid shit. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. The Dark Knight is something similar. Okay, I don't remember, but do y'all think Avatar will have a new popcorn book? I think we already said that one. Definitely gonna see Avatar in theaters. Yep. Also, I have to wait to see the trailer. Can't wait to see the trailer. Yeah. Can't wait for Batman 2. I'm excited. I know, I'm just super excited.
Collector, man. We're not doing that, all right?
Yeah,
anybody mentions Batman 2 is getting banned.
Let's see. Maria, what's up, Maria? Sorry you're late.
Maria.
You're right on time.
Never
yeah. I lived in Germany. Any movie over 2.5 hours has 15-minute intermission. That's awesome.
That's good. I like that, because then you can go to the bathroom and take a whiz.
Not miss anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I be trying to look for certain spots, right? Because it's a movie I haven't seen, so I don't know what's going on. So when it gets to some talking, I'm like, okay, now's a chance. So I go to the bathroom while there's some talking, and I tell you, I take some of the quickest peas you guys will. It's like quick.
That's funny. Oh man. Facts, you go see the visuals. Yeah. Exactly. Did any of you guys see the Avatar Way of Water release this weekend? I heard people got a bigger sneak peek of the Avatar Fire and Ash. I didn't go see it,
really?
but that'd be cool. And it makes sense. Yeah.
It does, but I don't think that's a movie I want to see in theaters again. I seen it in theaters, so I'm good.
Yeah, same. I say we're getting the trailer for Doomsday on Super Bowl Sunday. It makes no sense to show the trailer for a movie a year in advance. People will lose interest. I mean, even Super Bowl will be a month later, right? Because the movie is at the end of December, right? And then I think Super Bowl beginning of February.
Beginning of February, yeah.
Like 5 weeks or so.
What I think they'll do is they'll give us a little teaser trailer kind of in Fire and Ash, but then when Super Bowl comes out, you're gonna get a really big trailer, guaranteed.
Yeah. I can see that. And Tony, what's up, Tony?
So
because I always get to the movie 30 minutes before the starting time. Oh man, I get there 30 minutes after the starting time because I don't care about the trailers.
I like to get there early too, Collector Man. I don't like to be late, but sometimes we're looking for parking, and you know what I mean? We get there on time, but it takes so long to find parking where this theater is that we end up missing a few things. But I like to be on time too.
Yeah. And then Danny just coming here to cause problems. Batman 2, he goes, oh, did I say Batman 2? Oh man. Yeah, I know I'm probably laggy. It's on me, but I know Collector brought it up. So because when we do with the Spoiler Kings, all three of us are admins, so it just uses the best internet connection,
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. I could make someone an admin on this. I'm gonna do that to make you guys an admin on this. That way you have more access. I forgot about that.
With Spoiler Kings, we're part of like the whole nerd huddle thing that we have, so we tend to have like all the sports shows, so we have like a good like 10 people like coming in and out of the show like every week. So
yeah.
Hey, then we got new member. Appreciate Steve.
Nice.
Awesome. Steve. Yeah. Batman 3 would be great after the sex of Batman 2, right? Just mess with you.
Nick Jones. You know I got beef with you, Anik, all right? You know me and you got beef, so we're not going to start that now. We are going to move on to the next topic, though. Guys, this is what I think Danny is here and what he's been waiting for, because I know he wants to know what we think about this one here, which is Star Wars Visions. So we're going to watch the trailer for Visions, and we're gonna see what you guys think about it, and let's watch it.
Let's go.
自分のこれからの人生も希望に彩られていると思っていた。逆に見えなくても、信じられるものもある。全部つながってるんだ。どうしましょう。やっつけよ
フォースの根源、銀河系のあらゆる生命をつなぐエネルギーとは
光と闇のしてはバランスは存在しない。
私はどうしたら
フォースと共にあらんことを。
All right, that was Star Wars Visions. Tank, what do you think?
I think that looks super dope, man. Like I love the vision stuff. The animation style was great. Like it's just so artsy. And then I love that they take like a bunch of privileges. They're like, hey, let's take this and just go crazy with it. You know, like she pulls out a lightsaber and it turns into like a gun kind of thing. And it's just like that's crazy, man. It's stupid as hell, but it's like, it's cool. You can only do it in animation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but like to me, like all the different animation styles look great, and I'm a fan of the vision stuff. So yeah, I'm first day I'm binging all of them. Yeah, 100%.
So the reason why I let Tank go first is because you guys already know, if you know me, anime and Bigger Ford Entertainment do not really mix. Now, I will say this. There have been some that I liked. There were a few episodes in Vision Season 1 that I liked. Season 2, I did not like. I don't think there was an episode in Season 2 that I did like. Season 3 looks like there's a few that are interesting. So I'm going to watch it, of course. But for me, I've never been really a fan. Anime, they do a lot of weird stuff for me. Right? They do a lot, like you talked about, Ty. They did a lot of weird stuff in some of their anime stuff. And to see it in Star Wars, just kind of like, I'm with you, Collector Movie, man. It's just, it doesn't feel like Star Wars, you know? But I'm hoping that, we get at least a couple of good episodes. Because I'll tell you, if an episode's good, that episode's pretty good, So I won't lie. Like, in Season 1, I think it was the first episode where I was like, oh, this is good. But the rest of them, not so. So I don't know. I we'll see. What about you? Go ahead.
I mean, there's definitely ones better than others for sure. There's some that are a little bit more weaker, but I mean, if animation is not your thing, then I get it. It's this is not going to do it for you. But me personally, I love animation. I always had, as a kid, and then growing up and then getting like the adult animation kind of stuff. So, but I mean, some of them are kind of not that great, but some of them are amazing, man. Some of the stories that they tell in the Vision are great, and I got to agree that I don't consider it real Star Wars, but I don't think you're meant to consider it real Star Wars. Like none of it's canon, none of it's I guess matters in the sense besides just a cool, kind of side story. It's like, but it just proves it's like you can do cool stuff in Star Wars and not revolve around Skywalkers. It's like there's ways to do it, so
Well,
yeah.
I definitely agree. I think that you don't need to. Star Wars doesn't need to revolve around the Skywalkers at all. I think once you fill in that trilogy, which I think they did in their own way, whatever, you could move on. But now we're going to get a Rey movie. And then even the next topic that we're going to talk about is connected to the Rey movie. And it's like, just move away from that. Give us Old Republic, give us New Republic, give us future stuff. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to revolve around anything that happened with the George Lucas thing. And I think once you finish, that's what we talked earlier. I say you do George Lucas's treatments, you finish that, and then you go and do whatever you want to do. And no one's going to complain that you're ruining George Lucas's movies and this and that because you're doing your own thing. You finished his stuff. Now we're doing new stuff, So I think that's where Star Wars is kind of dropping the ball for me.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. But like for me, I get stuff like this and it just like it just brings everything I love together, like cool anime, Star Wars, awesome like visuals. It's just I wish they would go to some of these creators and be like, hey, let's go 500 years in the future. What's some cool stuff we can do, and like you can do some like cool stuff, so you can like I don't say reinvent this the lightsaber, but you can probably do other cool stuff with the lightsaber.
Absolutely. Because some of the games, right, you have especially Force Awakens, you have an unstable crystal where the lightsaber kind of looks jaggy or something like that. You could do stuff like that, right? Also, I don't mind introducing new force powers. I don't. It's just that the force powers that they introduced in the sequel trilogy were trash. Like passing lightsaber for one like I was like, wait a minute, it was a cool scene, but it made no sense. You know what I mean?
No sense.
Yeah, so
it made no
I'm cool.
Oh man, I hate that you reminded me of that because that was so stupid. It
so really stupid, was man. Though. It really was though. You know what I mean? So and then you got Rey with the force healing power, and she heal like I don't mind the force healing power as long as it's done in a way where you're not just bringing people back to life. You know what I mean? Like someone dies and it's like, oh, Kylo dies. Like, oh, let me use my power, brings her back to life. And then she dies. And then Kylo brings her. I'm like, what are we doing here? What is this crap? So I think you could do stuff like that, but you have to tone it down a little bit, So guys, let us know what you think about the Visions trailer. We'll get to these comments because we'll get to the next topic, which kind of is included in all of this stuff that we are talking about. So,
yep. Cool. Real quick, we'll go through some of the comments. I said I don't like Star Wars Visions and would consider it real Star Wars. I mean, it's not, but it's still fun. I guess there's a English speaking one, which I couldn't find. Because I know we showed me yesterday, but I couldn't find it. Maybe you know what? Maybe it's just a setting on the actual YouTube video. I didn't think about that. Maybe, I don't know.
Could be. Yeah, could be. Either or, I mean, you still got the gist of it, so
yeah. I'm going to New York Comic-Con next week. Nice. Register for the Marvel Animation panel showing what's next for Marvel TV and animation. Welcome to Dairy panel, which will feature a sneak peek at the new It. Nice.
Let us know what you think after you see it, man. I'm definitely interested to hear your thoughts on some of the stuff that they show you.
Yeah, for sure. Want to know. Think you better watch it. You're about to get fam zone. I still think this guy hates anime. No, I watched all the other Vision stuff. I loved it, man. I loved it. Yeah. It's all Elseworld. Yeah, pretty much. Said I know I'm in the minority and or still the best Star Wars thing non-Force TV show.
I think Collector Movie Man is really trying to get me ranting today. Listen, I'm just gonna say this. All right, Andor is the nighttime, stiffly sneezing, coffee head, Stuffy nose so you can rest medicine. That's what Andor is. If you can't sleep and you have insomnia, throw on Andor, and that'll put you straight to bed. Straight to bed.
Yeah. I know you say you're in a minority collector, but I think at least the critics like all loved it, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. It's just it's interesting that they're using a lot of the clips from the second season for real world stuff.
Yeah.
I can like that's kind of interesting, but that's kind of the max for me for that show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fernando said, I'm one of the only people who went to go see a movie I did not want to see just to watch Phantom Menace. Oh yeah. No. No. There's a lot of people who did that. I want them to bring back Cage for Ghost Rider. Okay.
Yeah. Said I got you.
Yeah,
you know what's funny though? Because back in the day, we didn't have internet like that with Phantom Menace. It wasn't like that where you could just go on the internet and boom, the trailer would pop up. You actually had to go and see the movie to watch the trailer. I can't remember what movie I went to go see, but I definitely went to go see a movie just so that I could see the trailer. 100%. And the trailer blew my mind.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie not so much, but the trailer blew my mind. Trailer was sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, I send you the clip for the next one. There's timestamps too on it, which is awesome. I love when channels do timestamps.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so we'll bring that up and then we'll get ready for
absolutely
for the last topic.
The last topic of the day. Okay, where's the timestamp at?
Roll down. I think it's like
42 seconds.
Yeah, 42:55.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna share this stream. We're gonna move on to the next topic. You can put yourself on this side, Tank. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
I forgot that you guys do that.
It's okay. We're gonna talk about this and talking about new rumors for the Star Wars scoop, the Star Wars Starfighter movie. So let's get into this real quick.
All right, and one more thing to go on with Jeff has been breaking news on Star Wars Starfighter. So let's make a quick segue into that here. Some of the stuff I'm hearing, Jeff, let me know if this passes your smell test, is that the main kid is force sensitive. His mom is being played, as we said, probably by Amy Adams. She seems to be a Jedi, and that Gosling is not a Jedi, but he is helping his nephew escape two evil bad guys who are chasing him across the stars because he has a mission he's on given to him by Amy Adams. So that's what I hear on Star Wars Starfighter. Anything that you've also heard that makes sense to that, or does that pass your smell test at all?
I haven't heard too much plot-wise.
Okay.
But yeah, I think all that adds up within the framework that I've been given.
Yeah, it seems to make sense in the angle they're going. The Daisy Ridley thing is still kind of up in the air in terms of Rey. Is it going to be Rey? We don't know. But yeah, I mean, the kid being force sensitive makes all the sense in the world. His mom possibly being a Jedi makes all the sense in the world, even though Jedis are not really prominent in the universe at the timing of the film, but it makes all the sense in the universe. And sending him off with Ryan Gosling, we don't know what the relationship is there. So that's going to be interesting. That's the thing that's going to be interesting to explore. So we will see.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tang. You tell
them. So there's an extra little part that if anybody watches Den of Nerds, Josh over there, he adds a little bit more to the end of it. So John Roca is saying, Ryan Gosling is taking this boy across the galaxy to put him in a safe place. According to Josh, Den of Nerds, the safe place is Rey's new Jedi school. So that's adding a little bit more to what he said right now. Again, this is all like rumors, leaks. We don't know if it's true or not, but this is like what some of the insiders are saying. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Wait, are we going to get a tank rant this week? Are we going to get a tank rant? Go ahead.
I mean, if we have more time, probably. We have more time, probably. But for me, like right off the bat, it's like I'm like, oh, cool. You're doing Mandalorian season 1 and season 2. Like you just explained to me what happened there. It was like, oh, unreluctant guy is forced to take kid to safe place, and safe place is new Jedi school. It's like it's beat for beat. It's like KK is not even going off the EU. Where she's like, oh, there's no books to tell us what to do. I was like, there's a bunch of books. Make it official. Make it like use any of that. So she doesn't do that, and then she goes and copies like Jon Favreau, like something he did like a few years ago. I was like, what? Like all the actors are cool, so I'm kind of interested to see, because I think Mia Goth and Matt Smith are going to be the evil doers, whether they be Sith or whatever, but they're going to be like the bad guys. So there's a lot of big names attached on it, so I think it's going to look good, probably, because they spend a lot of money on visuals, and it's going to be acted well, but I don't know if the plot's going to be any good. It was like, it's just a rehash of Mandalorian.
And it's funny that you say that, because it seems to me like all they've done with Disney Star Wars is rehash, right? Force Awakens is a rehash of Star Wars. That's exactly what that is. It's instead of trying to do something new, they say, you know what, Star Wars works, so let's do our own kind of version of Star Wars. And the problem is a lot of these, because Zack Snyder thought he could do it too, that they could make a better movie than Star Wars, and you can't. You can't do it.
Well,
do your own thing. You're not going to copy George Lucas' formula and then think you're going to do it better than he did. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm with you. I think more or less this shouldn't be a rehash. We should get something new and get away from the Rey stuff, because I don't know why they think that we want to see Rey.
Right.
If you had made her a better character in the sequels, it wouldn't have been a problem. But you didn't. You made her a Mary Sue. She's a horrible character. And now you have this pushing Rey on us because she's a Skywalker. Doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Her calling herself a Skywalker. As she has the blood of the Emperor, inside of her, is like, I'm like, no, you're a Palpatine. Yeah, you're not a Skywalker. I'm sorry.
So dumb. And I think with the name Starfighter, right? Starfighter, this is a movie, when I say it all the time, Jedi, Sith, whatever, but you don't need a Jedi or Sith in this if you're going to have good space battles, right? Starfighter, space battles. There you go. That's what it should be focused around, not trying to take this young kid to Rey. No, it's Starfighter. So you show starfights, you show dogfights. Maybe he's one of the best pilots in the universe at this time and stuff like that. And you can follow someone who is an actual starfighter, and now he's trying to help out the resistance and stuff like that. It doesn't need to go to this level. And then if you want to do something with Jedis, then you do something different. But I think if you're calling it Starfighters, it should be about starfighting.
Yeah, 100%. There should be fighting in the stars, like, if you're going to go that route.
Exactly. You're calling it Starfighter, but then you're putting this whole plot of trying to get a kid to someplace safe. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I was like, you should give us that of it. But I mean, I was always kind of like wishy-washy on the project when I first heard about it, but now if this is the plot, not saying that it is, but if it is, I think a lot of people are going to be a little upset, because we're just doing the same thing, and unnecessarily, it was like, don't give us Mando and Grogu with like two random people, when we have like the two guys doing it. Like we have a Mandalorian, which everyone loves seeing the Mandalorian armor because Boba Fett's a badass, and then Baby Grogu. Baby Grogu. I mean, there's not much you can say. It's adorable and awesome, and
facts.
You can't beat it. You can't beat that,
And I think there was another rumor you were kind of questioning whether it's going to be Stick Boy at the end of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that.
I don't want them to do that. Yeah, because if it is like Stick Boy or Broomstick Boy, whatever, and he's force sensitive, it's just like you're gonna have to do a lot of backstory between Amy Adams and her character and how she survived, and then you gotta move into like the new stuff. So it's like it seems like a lot. It seems like a lot.
A
I mean,
lot.
you figure Mandalorian had 2 seasons of to tell the backstory. To when we got Luke, you're like satisfied. Like you get a
Yeah.
badass Luke, you get why he's doing this and everything. You have 2 hours to explain who she is, how she survived. She had a kid, and then that story. So I feel it's gonna be another miss.
That me too. And I'll say this too. Focus on your movies, right? Focus on the movies. I know you want to do TV stuff for Disney Plus and all of that, but I think you focus on the movies and then you can worry about all the Disney stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, like unless it's like Marvel or Star Wars stuff, there's really nothing else on Disney Plus. So you already started like that. So don't worry about that. Get the movies down right. You get the movies right first, then you could work on the TV stuff. At least that's what I think they should do.
100%. And then TV stuff should be side stories, random stories, visions, Star Wars visions. That should be the TV stuff, like things that don't matter too much in the overall world, and if it does start to matter, then turn it into a movie, like Grogu is like, oh, he kind of is important, let's make him into something important, let's do something with it, and I think that's what they're trying to do with this is like, let's take that Grogu idea and flesh it out, but with Rey instead of Luke, which
and is gonna be a mistake. Anytime you're pushing Rey, it's going to be a mistake. You already know that the fandom has backlash against Rey already. Whether you try to make her an even better character than you did, it's already a bad taste in people's mouth. And it's just like, why am I going to go watch this Rey movie? You know what I mean?
100%.
So you need to move away from that. Definitely.
100%. Yeah.
But we'll get into, go ahead.
But they're not.
Yeah, I know. They're a bunch of I wish, and I say this because I know it's like, oh, you don't want fans making movies or stuff like that, but I wish they would at least have someone. I mean, they have Favreau and them, but they need to give them more control, right? Not just over the TV stuff, but then over the whole franchise, because at least they know Star Wars. You need someone that really knows Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't know Star Wars. As long as she's been with Star Wars, she doesn't know it. She doesn't know it, and she only cares about her own agenda, right? So if you get people in there that know about Star Wars, and stop acting like consulting with George Lucas is a bad thing. It is not.
Oh, yeah.
You can consult with George Lucas on certain things, how to get things right, how to get the feel right, because as much as Disney Star Wars has done what they've done, and I didn't really like much of their projects, it still doesn't necessarily feel like George Lucas's Star Wars, the way they talk, you know what I mean? The way they do certain things. I find the dialogue is more like Earth dialogue in Star Wars now, and it's never felt like that before. You know what I mean? They had like a royal kind of dialect on some of them with the Jedis and stuff like that. I think you need to get back to that. So I really think they need to consult with George Lucas more.
I agree. Which is probably why Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were so great, because George Lucas was on set a lot of times, So yeah.
100%.
I mean, hopefully Dave Filoni kind of gets more power. I think he's the CCO, I think, Chief Creative Officer of Lucasfilm. So yeah. He just needs to take over. But
I agree. Guys, let us know what you think. Are you excited for this movie? You think it's going to be good? Let us know in the comments. We'll get to these final comments, and then we will get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for popping in again. I hope you had a great breakfast, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Tank.
All right. So last few comments. I saw this from Danny. It made me laugh that he goes, yours Andor is the hottest form of animal dung ever smelled. I mean, you either love it or hate it, man. There's nobody I know that's like, oh, it's okay. It's either you love it or you hate it. Like there's no in between with Andor.
And it's funny because I know a couple of dudes from, of course, the Fandom Menace, and one of them who was like, I hate Disney Star Wars, is always posted about how much he likes Andor, and I'm like, wait, what?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's you, Abu Nas, in case you ever watch.
Nice. Fernando said, what's gonna make more money, Spider-Man or Doomsday?
Ooh. It's gonna be Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Doomsday.
Yeah.
I think Doomsday has a lot more nostalgia and a lot more of old characters coming back, and I think that's what's gonna make more money.
Yeah. Especially if they tie in Spider-Man into Doomsday in like a post-credit scene of Spider-Man or at the end of the movie. Like, but they're both gonna make like $1 billion. Like
guaranteed.
Yeah. Danny said, don't care one way or other about this clip. Why wouldn't the mother Jedi take her son to the Jedi Academy? Yeah, not sure about that. I don't have a problem with new Jedi Academy.
Neither do I. I don't have a problem with the new Jedi because I always thought the sequel trilogy should have been about, building up the Jedi, the new Jedi Academy and stuff like that. So I thought that, I don't have a problem with that. It's just I don't want Rey to be the face. That's all.
Yeah. So The Rock. Oh yeah, Face Off, Con Air, all classic Nick Cage. Oh yeah,
agreed.
Oh, what was the Vegas one? I can't, like one of his first movies.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas. Yeah, that's a classic
movie that I never thought I would like, which was good. And we can't forget Raising Arizona. I love that movie.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
That was a good one. Yeah, Nick Cage got a great and a huge freaking library of movies.
Yep.
Like I said, they're actually Star Wars Legends, Starfighter books. Why don't they just follow that? They really need to remove Kathleen Kennedy.
Exactly, Collector. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Give us what we want. A live action Knights of the Old Republic. Be so good. A trilogy of that. Sold. So somebody just needs to get rid of her, Kathleen Kennedy, or somebody else needs to buy Star Wars. Get away from Disney. They've been messing up Star Wars. They're not gonna get rid of it, but hopefully. Wasn't the rumor she's gone at the end of the year?
Yep. Now I say this. I hope it's true, but we've been hearing about her leaving for years, and she's never left. I remember when her contract was up, they were like, "Oh, they're not going to renew her contract. Yay, we won. Kathleen Kennedy's out," and boom, they renewed her contract. Right? Yep. Because regardless of what you want to say, whether you like the movies or not, they've all made over $1 billion, so she's profitable.
That's the only thing the studio cares about.
Facts.
Money. Yeah. Recast the original characters, create new adventures. Just create new adventures.
Yeah.
Go a couple hundred years down the road, create new adventures, figure out something else, that there's a more evil power, than the Sith or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So that's how you see Matt Smith in a Star Wars movie. But that's about it.
I feel you.
I hope they make him cool, like real,
Me too.
Cool looking evil.
Me too.
Yeah. Spider-Man would be more because Doomsday don't have any build up like the rest of the Avengers movies. That's true. But
it is true, but it's an Avenger movie with Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., X-Men, Spider-Man. Like, you have everybody. And I honestly, and I'll tell you this now so you guys can clip it, we are going to see a cameo of someone who we are not even expecting to be in this movie. Maybe a few. And it's like, oh, nice. So, yeah, I think it's going to do great.
100%. I 100% agree with that. There's going to be somebody that you do not expect, and you're just like, oh, shit. Yeah. The day they remove Kathleen Kennedy, the Star Wars fans will be, I will be popping champagne bottles.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too.
Singing that Wizard of Oz song, The Wicked Witch is Dead. Like,
facts.
Everyone running around.
Facts.
I like Rey. I think she gets a little too much hate. I mean, the actress is fine. The character had potential, but like I said, I think the biggest thing they did was they brought up Rey by sacrificing Luke. Once you did that, you lost so many fan boys. So
agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
I'm not excited for Doomsday like that. I was excited for all the other Avengers movies. I get it. I think they're gonna build the excitement though. They're gonna build it.
Me too.
They need to try. They need to try the new Star Wars stories in animation first. Yeah, I would do an EU storyline in animation. Darth Bane, Rule of Two story. Oh, awesome. I would see how fans respond to it. Then go live action. Yeah, Darth Bane would be cool. Old Republic would be cool. I mean, yeah, you can get into some like really cool stuff.
And you know what's good about that too, Danny, right? Because you could do a prequel. You do the Bane rule of three, rule of two, and then when you want to get into more like Jedi and Sith stuff, you could say maybe they changed that because the rule wasn't working. They didn't have enough, and they needed more Sith to fight off all the new Jedi. You could do something like that. You just need to have it done, you know? So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that I didn't even think about that. Like you can go down the road, and now because the Sith are kind of gone, right? You know, like no one's like Sithy anymore. Like, you don't have that. You have dark users, and you can start to like rebuild like a or like a Sith, like an evil like Sith force. You know, so go back before they had Rule of Two, but at the same time, you can go and explain why they started the Rule of Two in an animation show on Disney Plus. Do a movie on them, you know, so it's kind of like, you know, parallels of each other, you know, but they all or like originate from like bro. Just give us the money. Give us the money, Star Wars. Like
facts.
We're coming up with like gold here, man.
You do that, right? And it's like, oh, well, you know, we've had generations of the Rule of Two and we lost all the battles. So we have to do something different. You know what I mean? You could do something like that. I would love it. It'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can easily like Rule 2 worked for that, but look where we're at now. Everyone died. There's no more Sith, you know. So you have somebody coming back as like, we're gonna rebuild this, you know. So yeah,
and you could have it to be, and you could have it to be someone that's so powerful that they're not going to try to betray him because they can't get to him. You know what I mean? Like he's like a foreseeing, sees everything, he knows what's going to happen, kind of type of thing. Kind of like what they're kind of doing with the guy in The Boys. Like, you know, he has this like, oh, I can tell what you guys are going to do, because he's always a step ahead of everybody. So you have a Sith who's a step ahead of everybody. It's like, listen, Rule of Two didn't work. And you can see where someone tries to betray him, and it's like, no, kills him. Like, this is why we have to do it differently. Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's kind of a stupid thing where it's like you get an apprentice knowing that the apprentice is going to kill you one day. You know, like it's cool because it's like really evil and shit. But like, if you're trying to like fight a war, it's kind of hard.
You
hard
need
to
warriors.
Do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Like I said, you guys have an awesome day. Happy birthday again, saying appreciate it. Didn't you all say earlier that if RDJ and Chris Evans, y'all would stay until they ask y'all to leave? That's what KK is doing at Disney. She ain't leaving that cash cow willingly.
You right.
I mean, I can never be mad at somebody making their money, but at the same point, it's like stop paying them. So
stop ruining what we got going.
Yeah. So I don't think they would do Darth Bane in a movie because that book, those 3 books are so violent. Yeah, but you do like Danny said, you do animated. Put it on Disney Plus. Obviously, they're not afraid of, you know, the MA rating because of Marvel Zombies. So yeah, and then you could do like a 2-season, 3-season Darth Bane kind of thing, you know, and see how people like this, you know, like that would be a good gauge of it. So
agree. 100%.
Before you drop like $200 million. Well, here's like 50 million. Make a cool season.
Facts, guys. That's the show. Thank you very much for popping in. Much appreciated. I want to thank Tank for coming in here and doing this with me today. It was fun. You know what I mean? And if ever I can't make it, I got my replacement. Danny will come in and do with you guys, right, Danny? You'll come and be my replacement if I can't make it. So yeah, it was fun though. It's always a pleasure. Like I said, I always enjoy hanging out with you guys, and it was great.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out, all the super chats, all the birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much for that. but yeah, make sure you check out Anzo, Big for Entertainment. Make sure you check out Spoiler Kings, and yeah, we'll see you guys. Well, I won't see you guys, but Anzo and Brian will be back Saturday for the next rewind. But later.
Peace.
What do you guys do? You just do outro?
Outro.
I don't want
yeah, outro. Repeat.
I know, right?
Well, the same intro. Same intro. Outro. Yeah.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.